Welcome, everyone. I hope you're having an incredible day filled with energy and excitement. In today's journey, we are going to uncover a hidden treasure story, one that connects history, rarity, and unbelievable value in ways you might have never imagined before. First up, let's talk about top 4 coin that has become the dream of collectors worldwide, the 1970 United States dime with no mint mark. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary 10-cent piece, but the truth is, it carries a power far greater than its face value. This dime holds history, rarity, and an impressive market demand that makes it one of the most valuable dimes ever struck. Back in 1970, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Roosevelt dimes. Most of these coins carried the mint marks that identified their origin, whether from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But a small number of dimes slipped through the presses without any mint mark at all. This small error created one of the most collectible coins in modern history. Now you might be asking, why does the absence of a tiny mint mark matter so much? The answer lies in rarity. Collectors chase what cannot be easily found, and in the world of coins, the 1970 no mint mark dime has proven itself to be a true scarcity. Its existence was unplanned, making each surviving example a golden opportunity for the person lucky enough to hold it. This coin story gets even more fascinating when we realize how few were discovered. Unlike coins struck in the millions, the number of these dimes without a mint mark is extremely small, making each coin a piece of treasure. Scarcity drives value, and in the case of this 1970 dime, it has pushed its worth far beyond what you'd expect from a simple dime. The maximum value of this coin has amazed the collecting community. Depending on its condition and grade, the 1970 no mint mark dime can command prices climbing into the thousands. Some pristine examples, when offered at auction, have reached astonishing figures close to $9,500. Imagine holding a 10-cent piece that could bring you nearly $10,000. That is the magic of this rare dime. Collectors and investors alike continue to search tirelessly for this coin. What makes it even more thrilling is that it looks so ordinary to the untrained eye. That means it could be hiding in a collection, a coin jar, or even among pocket change without anyone realizing the value it truly carries. The historical importance of this dime also plays into its desirability. 1970 was a time of transition for the United States Mint, with changes in production methods and quality control. The mint mark omission is a direct reflection of those shifts, a small mistake that became a legendary prize. Each dime is not just currency, but also a physical reminder of that era. Think for a moment about what it would feel like to discover this treasure. One day you're looking through your old coins, and the next, you're holding something that could pay off bills, buy a brand new phone, or even contribute to a life-changing investment. That's the reality of the 1970 no mint mark dime. Beyond its monetary value, owning such a coin connects you to a story, the story of how tiny errors can create massive opportunities. It's a reminder that hidden gems can appear in the smallest forms, and those who recognize them are the ones who benefit the most. Collectors say that coins like this are once-in-a-lifetime finds. Not every generation gets to see such treasures surface, and that is why the market for the 1970 no mint mark dime remains strong. The demand has only increased as more people learn about its existence. This dime has become a symbol of possibility. From a regular Roosevelt dime worth 10 cents, it transformed into an object worth thousands. It shows how history and chance can turn everyday objects into powerful assets. The coin world thrives on stories like this one. Auction houses, private collectors, and coin enthusiasts speak of the 1970 no mint mark dime with a sense of awe. Its reputation grows stronger each year, ensuring that its value will never fade away. If you are lucky enough to own one, then you are holding far more than money. You are holding a piece of history, a rare treasure that could reward you handsomely if you ever decided to part with it. The beauty of this story is that it motivates all of us to look a little closer at the small things we often overlook. That dime in your drawer, that coin you received in change, could hold more value than you imagine. So whenever you come across a Roosevelt dime from 1970, take a close look. If you don't see a mint mark, you might just be staring at a prize that collectors would gladly pay thousands of dollars to own. To wrap up, the 1970 no mint mark dime is living proof that great value can come from the smallest sources. Its worth, reaching as high as $9,500, stands as an inspiration for every collector and dreamer who believes that treasures are still out there waiting to be found. And remember, it only takes one coin to change everything. Next up, the 1976 United States 1 dime without a mint mark is one of the coins that continues to draw attention from collectors and treasure hunters across the world. Its story is tied not just to money but also to history, and it represents how a small error can create a legacy of immense value. This particular dime belongs to the Roosevelt dime series, which has been a part of American coinage since 1946. In 1976, while most coins were struck with mint marks to identify their place of origin, a small number of dimes were struck without any mint mark at all. That unusual detail is what gives the coin its fame. The absence of a mint mark might look like a tiny detail to some, but in the eyes of collectors, it transforms the coin into something rare and unique. For a country where hundreds of millions of dimes were struck in that year, having a coin without a mint mark makes it stand apart as a true prize. The value of this coin today is a matter of both condition and rarity. In circulated grades it may sell for less, but in higher grades, with pristine surfaces and sharp details, the 1976 no mint mark dime has achieved sales reaching thousands. In fact, at its maximum recorded, this coin has brought prices up to $8,700, an astonishing number for a simple 10-cent piece. The demand for such coins is driven by scarcity. Collectors love what is hard to find, and the 1976 dime without a mint mark falls into that category perfectly. Its presence in auctions always excites bidders because they know how few exist and how rarely they are offered. Looking at its history, we know that mint marks were an important part of coin production. For this dime, the omission was an accident. Yet what was once a mistake has become one of the most valuable opportunities for those who collect. It is proof that errors can sometimes lead to greatness. As of the current market, the 1976 no mint mark dime in average condition may trade hands for modest amounts, but when a flawless example is graded by professional services, the price rises rapidly. That's why coin grading and preservation matter so much for maximizing the reward from such a treasure. The future of this coin's value looks promising. As time goes on and more people learn about its existence, demand naturally increases. The supply, however, will never grow. The number of 1976 no mint mark dimes is fixed in history, which means their rarity will only become more significant with each passing decade. That is why some experts believe that the coin which today sells for thousands could one day reach even higher numbers. Values in the range of $9,000 to $10,000 are possible in the future as interest continues to rise. This is how collectors view long-term growth in numismatic treasures. Every time this coin is discussed, one point always stands out. It is ordinary in appearance but extraordinary in value. That contrast creates a sense of wonder for anyone who hears about it, because it shows that treasures often hide in plain sight. Imagine having one of these dimes sitting unnoticed in your coin collection or tucked away in a drawer. The discovery would instantly change your perspective, knowing that a small 10-cent coin could pay for luxury purchases, vacations, or investments. Its story also serves as motivation for anyone searching through coins today. The next rare dime could be discovered by someone just like you, someone curious enough to look closer. The 1976 no mint mark dime stands as a reminder that fortune favors those who pay attention. The United States bicentennial year of 1976 was already special because of the celebration of 200 years of independence. To own a coin from that year with such a rare error makes it doubly significant. It is not only a collectible, but also a patriotic piece of American history. Collectors around the world respect this dime because it brings together rarity, history, and value. These three elements ensure that its reputation will never fade, and that its place in the hobby will remain strong. The market has shown that whenever a high-quality 1976 no mint mark dime is offered, it creates excitement. The competition among bidders demonstrates just how much value collectors place on owning one of these pieces. As the years pass, fewer examples remain in top condition, since coins naturally wear with time. This makes those that are carefully preserved even more desirable, and that pressure drives prices to climb. The fact that a simple dime from over 4 decades ago could be worth thousands is inspiring. It proves that value is not always tied to size or appearance, but to history, rarity, and demand. So, if you ever come across a 1976 dime, look closely. If it lacks a mint mark, you may be holding one of the most valuable dimes of modern America, a coin that today could sell for thousands and tomorrow could be worth even more. The maximum value recorded so far for this coin has reached $8,700, but with time and demand, it could rise further into the future. That is the power of rare coins, and the 1976 no mint mark dime is one of the finest examples of that power. Next up, the 1981 United States 1 dime with the Denver mint mark D is a coin that carries an important story in American numismatics. Even though it may appear to be just another Roosevelt dime, its background, rarity in higher conditions, and collector demand give it a value that surprises many people. This dime belongs to the long-running Roosevelt dime series, first issued in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. By 1981, the coin had already been circulating for over 3 decades, but the Denver Mint struck millions of examples that year, each bearing the tiny D mint mark just above the date. While large mintages often make coins seem ordinary, collectors know that certain years and certain conditions can turn even common coins into treasures. The 1981 D dime has found its place in the spotlight because of its survival in pristine condition and the strong demand it attracts among dedicated collectors. The history of this coin is linked to the growing coin market of the late 20th century. By 1981, more and more people were beginning to save coins, and the idea of coin collecting as a serious investment was spreading. This dime became part of that story, as collectors began to notice that not every coin would survive the test of time in mint state grades. The people who want to buy this coin today are many. Collectors across the United States, and even internationally, actively search for examples in the highest possible grade. They know that while millions were struck, only a tiny fraction remain untouched, uncirculated, and sharp enough to meet top professional grading standards. This demand is what fuels the coin's value. Current records show that in circulated condition, the 1981 D dime may not bring large sums, but in gem condition, its price can reach thousands. The maximum value achieved so far for the finest examples has touched $6,500, which is an incredible number for a coin originally worth just 10 cents. That figure shows how truly valuable this dime can be. Its value is not low. Instead, it has proven to be one of those modern-era coins that surprises people with its high auction results. The 1981 D dime demonstrates how quality and rarity come together to create something special. The market for this coin remains strong because many people are looking for it. The number of buyers always exceeds the number of available top-quality coins, and that imbalance pushes the price upward. Collectors are motivated by the idea of completing their Roosevelt dime sets, and the 1981 D in mint state is one of the tougher pieces to secure. The beauty of this dime lies not just in its appearance, but also in its story. It was created during a period of economic transition in America, where inflation and changes in coinage metals made the dime more symbolic than ever. Holding one connects you to that time in history. When it was first built, the 1981 D dime was part of the ordinary production cycle. Yet today, the ordinary has become extraordinary because of time, condition, and the passion of collectors. That transformation is what gives this dime its reputation as a valuable treasure. Each auction result shows us the potential of this coin. Every time a high-grade example is offered, there are more people who want to buy than coins available. This simple law of supply and demand has turned the 1981 D into a star among Roosevelt dimes. Looking ahead, the future of this dime's value is promising. As years pass, fewer coins remain in perfect shape. Each one that is scratched or damaged reduces the supply, leaving the surviving gems even more precious. That is why its value may climb even higher, possibly reaching levels closer to $7,000 to $8,000 in the coming years. What makes this story even more powerful is the fact that it could be sitting in an old collection or a forgotten coin jar. Anyone who checks carefully could discover that they hold a dime worth thousands. That element of surprise makes it a dream find for collectors and everyday people alike. This dime is also an inspiration for the coin collecting world. It proves that you don't need gold or silver to have something valuable. A modern copper-nickel coin, when rare enough in its best form, can be worth more than some classic pieces of precious metal. Collectors describe the 1981 D dime as one of those coins that challenges expectations. It teaches us that patience and attention to detail are rewarded, and that treasures often come from places we least expect. Its role in American numismatic history cannot be ignored. It may not mark a political change or a war, but it represents the evolution of coin collecting and the growing appreciation for quality and rarity in the modern era. At its maximum value of $6,500, the 1981 D Roosevelt dime has already proven its worth. For those who own one, it is not just a coin but a piece of wealth, history, and opportunity. And for those still searching, the motivation remains strong. The chance to turn 10 cents into thousands is more than enough reason to keep looking, to keep learning, and to never give up on the possibility of finding such a treasure. The 1981 D dime is more than currency. It is a legacy, a prize, and a reminder that greatness can be hidden in the smallest details. Next up, the 1990 D Roosevelt dime holds a special place in American coinage, representing not only the history of modern currency, but also the enduring legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Struck at the Denver Mint, this dime carries the small D mint mark that gives it added identity and recognition. Collectors often look at this coin not as ordinary change, but as a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered in circulation or tucked away in a family collection. This coin was created during a period when the U.S. Mint had perfected modern striking techniques. Yet even then, slight variations, minting errors, and preserved condition pieces elevated certain examples far above their face value. The 1990 D dime reminds us that true value lies in rarity, condition, and desirability among collectors. Unlike older silver dimes, the 1990 D is a copper-nickel-clad coin, yet rarity in pristine grades makes it stand out. Collectors hunt for untouched examples that remain as brilliant as the day they left the Denver Mint. A coin like this, when sealed and preserved carefully, can command a premium that shocks those who only see 10 cents at first glance. Where to buy such a dime often depends on a collector's journey. Online auction platforms, trusted coin dealers, and specialized numismatic shows provide opportunities to acquire these gems. Many collectors even find them hidden in change jars, reminding us that valuable coins still circulate silently among everyday money. When it comes to selling, the best venues are certified auction houses, established coin shops, or platforms like eBay where rare coins achieve astonishing results. The highest prices often go to coins graded and slabbed by professional grading services, making certification a crucial step for those who wish to maximize returns. The worth of a 1990 D dime varies with grade. Circulated pieces may carry modest premiums, but uncirculated, sealed, or certified examples can rise in value significantly. A brilliant uncirculated coin can sell for hundreds, while error varieties or pristine specimens can cross into the thousands. In some documented cases, collectors have paid over $7,000 for a flawless or uniquely struck example of this date and mint mark. Such numbers remind us that the dime in your hand is not just pocket change. It is a miniature work of art, steeped in history and tied to the legacy of a president who reshaped America during the Great Depression. Holding onto this coin is not just about money, but about cherishing a piece of cultural history. For anyone who wonders if they should keep it, the answer is clear. Yes, preservation is essential. Placing it in a protective case, avoiding fingerprints, and shielding it from moisture ensures that its condition remains intact, allowing it to hold its maximum potential. Collectors often talk about the magic of sealing coins in airtight holders. By doing so, you freeze time and protect the coin from damage. That single step could be the difference between selling a coin for $50 or achieving a staggering $5,000 at the right auction. Imagine stumbling across this dime in near-perfect state. To most people, it might slip through their fingers as change, but to the informed collector, it is a key that opens doors to unexpected wealth. This is why coin collecting remains such a thrilling pursuit, because every small coin can carry an enormous hidden value. The story of the 1990 D dime is also about demand. The numismatic world thrives on competition. When multiple collectors desire the same coin, bidding wars ignite and prices skyrocket. That's how a dime that costs 10 cents in circulation can suddenly achieve a price tag of $6,800 or more in the right setting. Owning such a coin is not just financial, it's emotional. It connects you to America's history, to the artistry of minting, and to the excitement of discovering treasure in everyday life. Many collectors recall the first time they found a rare dime, and how that moment inspired them to build entire collections. Preserving your coin could mean securing an investment for the future. As demand increases and the number of preserved examples dwindles, the value only climbs higher. Coins like the 1990D prove that modern issues can be as rewarding as classic silver pieces when cared for correctly. Collectors often dream of the moment when their coin sells for life-changing money. With the right 1990D dime, that dream is more than possible. Historical auction results show these coins surpassing $8,500 for pristine examples, making it one of the modern dimes worth far more than its face value. If you plan to sell, patience is key. Waiting for the right auction or the right buyer ensures that you capture maximum value. Rushing to sell may bring a quick return, but holding steady allows bidding competition to elevate the final price. One of the most thrilling aspects of the 1990D dime is the variety of values it can reach. Some rare error coins from this year have crossed even higher thresholds, touching the $9,200 mark. These errors, whether double strikes, misaligned dies, or off-center strikes, are treasures within treasures. This coin should be seen as more than currency. It is an asset, a collector's prize, and a historical artifact. Its beauty lies not only in the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, but in the knowledge that something so small can carry immense worth. The market for such coins continues to grow. Collectors are younger, global demand is rising, and platforms for trading have made rare coins more visible than ever. The 1990D dime is well-positioned in this environment to achieve peak values. Keeping it sealed and preserved ensures that you are ready when the perfect buyer appears. With dedication, patience, and an eye for detail, this dime can transform from an overlooked coin into a financial blessing. The 1990D Roosevelt dime is proof that treasure does not always come in gold or silver. Sometimes, it hides in plain sight, waiting for the right collector to recognize its value. Sealed, cherished, and presented at the right moment, it can bring rewards far beyond imagination.